Russia-Ukraine conflict isn't just about missiles, drones, and tank battles. It's also a chess game of logistics, where supply lines, hidden depots, and battlefield cleanups shape the tide of war. In the hot zones of eastern Ukraine, especially Donetsk and Luhansk, these moments of silent victories carry strategic weight. What does this mean for Ukraine's defenses? And how is Russia turning battlefield recovery into strategic momentum? Let's break it down. Let's go to June 12, 2025, in the recently recaptured village of Bogoyavlenka, deep in the Donetsk People's Republic. During a routine cleanup operation, Russian FSB units made a startling discovery: a massive weapons cache hidden in the basement of a civilian house. And this wasn't just leftover ammunition. The stockpile included British L-18A1 anti-tank mines, 12 heavy 120mm mortar rounds, 16 medium 82mm mortar rounds, 3 MON-50 directional anti-personnel mines, and 16 KPT-3 anti-vehicle mines, alongside 670 rounds of small arms ammunition and a staggering 340 cumulative rounds, likely used for RPG-style anti-armor operations. The L-18A1 is a modern off-route anti-tank mine supplied by the UK. Unlike traditional mines buried beneath the soil, this system is placed at the roadside or hidden in terrain, designed to detect and engage armored vehicles using a shaped charge warhead that can penetrate even modern composite armor. It's equipped with infrared sensors or magnetic fuses, allowing it to autonomously trigger when a tank approaches. The L-18A1 can disable or destroy heavily armored main battle tanks like the T-72, T-90, or BMP infantry vehicles. The fact that Russia has captured and now likely reverse-engineered or repurposed such equipment is a major intelligence loss for the West. This also gives Russian engineers a direct window into how NATO-designed off-route mines function in real combat environments. Then there's the MON-50, a directional fragmentation mine developed by the Soviet Union, closely resembling the American Claymore mine. Designed to explode in a fan-shaped pattern, it's lethal against infantry concentrations, ambush patrols, or advancing troops. It's usually triggered remotely, either by wire or command detonation, and is ideal for defensive choke points or building interiors. When Ukraine lost these mines, they lost an important tool for defensive ambushes and rear area security. The area had been booby-trapped, likely to slow down advancing forces, or take out any soldier unlucky enough to stumble across it. But Russian bomb disposal teams neutralized the traps and secured the weapons for transfer to units of the Russian Ministry of Defense. What's important here isn't just the quantity, it's the origin of some of the weapons. The British-manufactured L-18A1 mines confirm once again that Western-supplied ordnance is actively being used and now recaptured on the battlefield. But this wasn't a one-off incident. Just 3 days earlier, on June 9th, another operation exposed more of Ukraine's underground infrastructure. This time, the Russian 27th Artillery Regiment, part of the 6th Motorized Rifle Division of the Southern Group of Forces, struck deep into Ukrainian supply lines. The target? A hidden ammunition depot and an electronic warfare station near Konstantinovka, also in Donetsk. Russian aerial reconnaissance first identified the warehouse, cleverly camouflaged in an abandoned home. Then, 152mm Mista-B howitzers delivered a precision strike, detonating what was confirmed as a large supply of munitions. Shortly after, electronic surveillance teams picked up the signal of an enemy EW station nearby. With FPV drone coordination, that target was also neutralized. These events may seem isolated, but taken together, they signal something far more strategic. Russia's operations in Donetsk are no longer just about repelling Ukrainian advances. They're now aimed at systematically degrading Ukraine's logistical networks, disrupting supply chains, and capturing valuable enemy equipment. It's a full-spectrum approach, from reconnaissance drones to counter-battery fire, from bomb disposal units to exploitation of captured Western arms. And make no mistake, this hurts Ukraine in more ways than one. To understand the real impact of these discoveries, we need to look at Ukraine's current position. The war effort in 2025 has become more stretched, with front lines shifting, air defenses under pressure, and ammunition shortages becoming increasingly common. Losing a cache like the one found in Bogoyavlenka isn't just about numbers, it's about timing. These mines and mortar rounds were likely reserved for defending fallback lines or booby-trapping roads ahead of a Ukrainian withdrawal. Their loss means fewer defensive options, more pressure on already strained logistics, and one less trick up Ukraine's sleeve as it braces for further Russian advances. Then there's the psychological dimension. When Russian troops parade seized NATO-supplied mines on camera, or show intercepted arms with serial numbers clearly pointing to European donors, it sends a ripple effect. Ukrainian soldiers know their fallback resources are dwindling. Civilians start questioning security. And in the West, defense ministers begin to wonder, are our weapons ending up in Russian hands? The answer? Increasingly, yes. According to military sources, several Western inventories are reaching their limits. The replenishment of mine stockpiles and mortars takes time. And while international aid continues, new restrictions on arms tracking and delivery accountability could slow the flow of weapons even more. Then there's the cost factor. With donor fatigue creeping in across parts of Europe and the US presidential cycle affecting foreign policy tone, Ukraine's ability to rapidly replace lost stockpiles is no longer guaranteed. And this raises serious concerns, not just for Ukraine, but for NATO's credibility and its arms tracking mechanisms. It also fuels Russia's information warfare, enabling the Kremlin to push narratives about Western incompetence and Ukrainian dependency. Every captured cache becomes a trophy, not just on the battlefield, but across the digital front lines. And with that, we're out. Thanks for watching.